returning students. And I think there's a couple new faces. So welcome everyone. So I'll just go over, a little brief explanation of how this class will work. So this is mobility and flexibility. The goal in this class is to really stretch, move our joints, our muscles with stretches or movements where it's going to promote longevity. It's going to promote muscle flexibility and health. It's going to promote joint mobility. So if you ever feel tight or you're not able to bend over in a certain manner, or you can't reach or extend in a certain distance or range of motion, this class will aim at helping at all of that stuff. So besides the live Zoom class, I know in the past we've had modules on Canvas where the modules is technically like assignments, but really assignments for you folks, it would just be videos that you could watch that could supplement your health. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more active with that this semester. So if you saw on the front page of Canvas, there was right below the Zoom link, there's another link that would take you to the module and that would navigate you to, a little bit more information. So this class being, related with health and wellness, sometimes there'll be information on nutrition. Sometimes it could be information on exercise or on supplements, on vitamins, on whatever has to do with health. I'll throw it on there. So so if you have any suggestions or requests where you would like to hear more information outside of stretching, just go ahead and you could email me through the inbox on Canvas. And I like that manner a little bit better just because people do have to go through Canvas and it just shows them being more active within Canvas. And that's kind of where our school gets our support for these courses. So the more activity you folks have in Canvas, the likelihood of these classes continuing also increases. So just keep that in mind. If you have any questions, try to do it through Canvas. If you can't figure that out, it's an inbox. There's a little inbox tile. You could click on that. And if that still seems a bit, foreign or you're not sure with it, you could always email me and you could find that, through the course information. But any questions before we start? All right, so I know, like I said, most of you are returners, but yeah, I'm right here in Mammoth. We leave back home tomorrow on Monday. If you're in my other class, unfortunately, we're out towards Yosemite at that time in the morning, and it was an excursion that I couldn't get out of because we were back around 3 p.m. So if you're in my Monday class, we're gonna do that Monday course on Friday. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, good question, Ava. So as far as equipment for this class, pretty much all you need is a chair, a yoga mat. If you have a long pole, it could be a broomstick, it could be a long foam roller. You could use that. But that's usually for our shoulder exercises. But mainly a lot of the stretches we're going to be doing here are on the chair, standing up, or on the yoga mat. And outside of that, if we want to stretch our neck, we might need an occasional like sweatshirt or towel so we could pull and tug a little bit with that. And then also, you know how I like rolling out my arches. So if you have a golf ball or a softball or a round sphere, I think, for example, like one of my athletes has like this little like foam ball. This one might be a little bit soft, but we'll be rolling out our arches. So that's what we'll need for equipment. But yeah, nothing like that. On the fitness classes, you'll need dumbbells, maybe a resistance bands if you can. But this class, as long as you have a chair, a yoga mat, and the yoga mat's more for comfort and so you stay clean. Unless if you're on the floor, I usually work out from my garage, so I have my yoga mat. But yeah, that's the equipment that we need, and have water handy at all times. Just you don't want to just be dehydrated. So that's about the equipment we need for that. So good question. Any other questions? So I know the course says it's going to be from 9 to 11. We usually go into about maybe 10 to like 10:15. So it's like a 60 to 75 minute course. And I always stick around at the end if anyone has any questions or if there's a specific area of your body that's irritating you. And if I could help you out with a suggestion, I'll try and stick around and do that too. So
One question.
Yep.
The class for Friday is at 9 a.m. It's replacing the one that we missed on Monday, right?
Just for this week, yes.
Yeah, for this week, but
Just for
not
this week.
Monday, we still have, the next Monday, we still have the class.
Yeah, we go back to
Okay.
normal. It was just, yeah, I didn't want to leave you on the first day of school with the video, so my apologies.
I did it anyway. Thank
Okay.
you.
So yeah, but on Friday at 9 a.m., I'll be back home from my garage, and yeah, and there will be a Zoom link on the Monday class for this Friday. So yeah. And then anything else before we start? Okay, so yeah, so I think today we'll do most of our chair stretches. We'll probably do a lot of our stand-up stretches that we do in our typical warm-up. We'll try to do some of our shoulder stretches. So like I said, you could just grab a broomstick, or I've used an umbrella before, or a fishing rod. And then the floor ones, I'll see if I could get some just because of the space here. But yeah, but we'll prioritize the chair and standing. And then maybe if we're able to, we'll do some on the floor here. But you know, this is pretty much where one of my athletes sleeps. Another one's over there. This loft sleeps 9 or 10 people. But yeah, so anyways, we'll get started. So yeah, let's go ahead, just sit upright, kind of just hold your torso upright. We don't want to be slouched. And then we're just gonna look left to right. So typically throughout the academic year, the Monday class, if you're interested, the Monday class is a more active class. We're just looking left to right. We're not rotating our shoulders or anything, just our head is turning left to right. So yeah, our Monday class is our more active class. And then our Wednesday class is our more stretching and relaxing class. It's not as aggressive. So let's look up and down. So yeah, this is mobility and flexibility. So on the next 8-week term, I think it's joint health and balance. So on that class, we'll emphasize a little bit more balance work. Maybe some foam rolling. That's more of like a body tune-up class. But again, if you folks want to do some balance work or some foam rolling, this would be the class you could incorporate that in. Is anyone want to do anything like that, or do you guys just want to stretch? Let's do some neck circles. So again, just gently. Go back. You can sit on the back of the chair. This chair's a little different than what I'm used to. So again, just bring your neck around your shoulder, your torso. You want your chin to touch the upper part of your chest. You want your ears to touch your shoulders almost. Switch directions. Hopefully the internet's good. Yeah, so we just finished a workout. We got up at 6:30, so we went down this long road that you could see for miles and miles. And yeah, so I left a little early so I could be here, but my assistant coaches are taking the athletes. So let's go ahead. We're gonna do a little bit of isometric strengthening movement here. So what that is we're gonna strengthen our neck or strengthen that area without much movement. So the way we're gonna do that is just placing our hand here, and we're gonna try to turn and look right, but our hand's gonna prevent that by pushing to the left. So it's just gonna be looking forward, and that's gonna work on our neck on or with that isometric stretch, okay, or exercise. So here, push, and then your head wants to turn this way, but your head's pushing this way, and then relax, okay? So hold that for about 5 seconds, and then relax, okay? We'll do 5 of those on each side. Very good. So you might have felt, a little sensation here. I did sometimes depending on where you're tight or where you need some work on, that's where you'll feel that sensation. So now we're gonna try to turn this way, but again, our left hand's gonna prevent that. So you should feel strengthening here. Nice. We'll do 5 of these. Great. Cool. All righty, so just kind of relax a little bit. We're gonna continue with our neck. So this time it's gonna be, I guess, a little bit more of like, not an extreme stretch, but you'll get a little bit more out of this one. So you're gonna sit on your left hand. So put your left hand under your thigh, under your glutes. So that's gonna keep the shoulder fixed. Your right hand comes over by your ear and let that right elbow drop, and it's pulling on your head. And by having your hand under your thigh, your torso really shouldn't move. So slight stretch over here. In most stretches, we want to hold 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, so we'll switch. So now sit on that right hand. Come over. And again, allow that elbow to drop. All right, and then now with both hands, just kind of place them or just one, but you could just kind of bring your elbows down as you're holding the back of your head. Elbows down. Alrighty. All right, very good. So now we're gonna start working down our shoulders. Okay, so for our shoulders, what we could do is just elbows, shoulders up, and then bring them down, up, down. You can just continue here. All right, let's go ahead and do some shoulder circles. So remember, shoulder circles are pretty much just back, up, forward, down, and back. Now let's go reverse. So up, back, down, and forward. All righty, very good. All right, we'll continue with some shoulder work. So, all right, so let's go ahead, bring that right arm across. Ella, how was Europe? You were out there for a few weeks, right? A couple weeks. Switch.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Did you you're performing out there, you said?
I sang with the choir, 150 of us
Oh wow.
rehearsed every day for 6 hours a day for 10
Ooh.
days.
After I talk to you guys here for an hour, I feel like my throat needs a gallon of water. So, how's that? Was it a lovely experience?
It was wonderful.
That's good.
We had a really good conductor that I liked very much. I sang with her before.
Cool. Let's bring our hands together and reach up towards the ceiling. Just push up towards the ceiling. Well, I'm glad you had a nice time. Whew. I had my Spartan race this weekend on Sunday. I'll be out in Temecula for that obstacle course competition. So hopefully it goes well. Let's lean right. Yeah, I did I meant to mention this, but so on Monday, when we had our first class, we were out by Yosemite on this lake. I think the altitude of that place was right around 11,000 feet of elevation, 10,000 to 11,000 feet. And we were out there running. Let's switch. And before we reached the trailhead, there was a sheriffs out there and police officers and folks with like red jackets with the letters SAR. And yeah, sure enough, we got stopped and we were told that they were the search and rescue team because there was a lady that had gone out there hiking on her own and she had been missing, I think, for at least 24 hours. So yeah, just be mindful of, let's go ahead and reach the backside of our chair and then just kind of reach. But yeah, like I after that, I make it a habit if I go anywhere on my own just to let someone know so they have an idea. But yeah, it's just sad to hear stuff like that. And switch. Yeah, sometimes if we do shoulder stretches back to back and a lot of them, your shoulders could get really sore. So we're just trying to give our shoulder a little break, but we're not done with our shoulders right now. Use your shoulders for everything. So we work on shoulders quite a bit on this class. All right, we're gonna simulate the shoulder press movement. So again, we're just here and then try to get your thumbs to tap your shoulders here and then you can go up, just press. And you're gonna come as low until you're tapping those shoulders with your thumbs again. And then once you kind of get that motion down, you don't need to tap your shoulders anymore, but do allow that movement to continue. Okay, so right elbow at your side, door openers right here. Yeah, so it's pretty neat. Let's do our left arm. So I have on this camp, there's 16 boys and 5 girls came. So there's 2 cabins for the guys team and 1 for the girls team. And they cook dinner for each other every evening. So yeah, it's for some of them, this is the first time being away from home without the parents for about a week. And you just see them trying to figure out being independent. And some of them, have figured it out pretty quickly or have either been in this position before. And then some are brand new to it. So they have lots of questions, but it's kind of neat just seeing them, as their own little adult version. All right, let's have our elbow up here and then just drop. And just the elbows dropping. I'm keeping my hand here in place because you could feel that shoulder rotating. All right, let's go left side. You can hear. All right, very good. All right, we're just gonna work on our biceps now. So just opposite shoulder tap. So elbows at our side, and then we're just tapping our opposite shoulder. Okay, now palms are facing the camera, and then now we're gonna push down and then up. So this is working on or stretching our triceps. Sorry if the cameras or the room's a little dark right now. Just push down. Okay, let's feel elbows here and then out. And do 2 more of these. Okay, very good. All right, and then the next one we're doing, it's gonna be our cat scratching pose. So we're here, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then reach up and diagonally, and then down, and then pull. So up, down, pull, up, pull, up, straight down, pull, again, up, down, pull. So 3 more. One more. All right, so working a little bit on your backs right there. So, all right, we're gonna work on our forearms. So for our forearms, just allow your wrist to go past your knee. So just here, so it's a little bit collapsed. And then again, kind of like the isometric movement we were doing, your hand's gonna wanna come up, but you're gonna push down with your other hand. So you should feel tension on your forearm. It's gonna be a nice stretch, also strengthening that. So we'll do 5 5-second holds. Ready? Okay, go. So again, push and relax. Okay. So again, hand's gonna go up. This hand's pushing it down. Ready? Go. Relax. All right. Again. Good. 2 more. One more. All righty. Now we're gonna switch hands. So again, left wrist is collapsed over. So push down and up. Good. Again, push. All right. So push. Working on that forearm. Hello, Sherry. Push. And last one, push. All right, great. So now we're gonna bring each finger on our right hand without bending the knuckles. Just keep them as straight, each finger as straight as you can. So just bring them to the center of your palm. And we're doing one finger individually. So again, just working on strengthening those muscles, those little muscles that allow your fingers to move. So, and then another thing I forgot to mention, for my new students, returners are aware, but I do record these sessions, and then I make sure that I post the recordings on the front page. Okay, so when that happens, if you miss class or if you just can't make a session, then you don't have to worry. You could catch up and do the recording at your own convenience too. So, and that's going to be on Canvas, and I'll usually upload that to the YouTube channel that I have. So now let's do each finger to the center of our hand, but now bending every knuckle as we're bringing the finger to the center of the hand. All right, now let's separate the fingers away from each other. So we're gonna web them out. So just web them out and relax. Web them out. We're working on those little muscles and tendons that are in between each finger. So again, if you're using the keyboard a lot, or just feel like your wrists get a little bit tired, or if you have arthritis, hopefully, this is helping with that. Yeah, we're just trying to make little exercises here. Right, now we're gonna make a fist and open as far wide as you can. Fist, open, fist, open, fist, open. We'll do 3 more. Fist, open, fist, open. All right, now we're gonna go with our left hand. Okay, so each finger, bring it to the center of your hand without bending the knuckles. So just keep each finger straight. And we have our long 6-hour drive tomorrow, so not too bad. I think the team enjoyed the trip. We went to Mono Lake on Monday evening. No, on Sunday evening. I forget. The days kind of slow down once you're here. So let's bring each finger to the center, bending each knuckle. Yeah, but we went to just outside the gates of Yosemite, visited several lakes here, like at least 20 lakes we've been to here in Mammoth Lakes. Went to Mono Lake. That was cool to see, all the calcium structures out there from. But it's kind of sad story with Mono Lake. If you're familiar with Mono Lake, what happened there? Pretty sad. So, then now let's web them out. Web those fingers out, and took the kids to a rope swing and by June Lake. It's like crystal clear water out there. A lot of these lakes too are just snow melt, so the water is very, very clean. Let's make a fist. And open. Fist. Open. Fist. Alrighty. Okay, and then we're just gonna do little circles, nothing too aggressive with the wrist, but just little circles here. A quick water break, so grab some water if you have it nearby. Get super dehydrated here in the mountains. All right, we're gonna start working with our hips and our legs now, okay? So we're gonna start working our way down. So let's go ahead. This is just gonna be a hip opener. So we're sitting near the edge of the chair, just so the structure of the chair doesn't get in the way. We're gonna bring our right leg as far out as you can. It's gonna try to collapse down, but just with your hand, prevent that. Keep your torso upright. So you should have close to a 90-degree angle here, and you're just gonna hold that and just maintain. Just hold in here. Okay, and then now we're gonna switch. So here, this a little bit. Yeah, the kids, I think they cooked the first night. It was just chicken with veggies and rice. I think the second night they made burgers. And then we had dinner out at Mono Lake. And then after that, one of the nights, we have a Korean student. He did Korean chicken and Korean steak. Then yesterday, one of our boys did flautas. Called them flautas, but they were more like nachos. And I think tonight we're going out to dinner down the street just so we could tidy up before we leave tomorrow. So yeah, so that one, I don't know about you folks, but I felt it on my left glute. I think I'm just a little tight. So next one's gonna be a piriformis stretch. So right ankle goes on your left knee. And again, we're doing these near the edge of the chair because we do need a little bit of range of motion here. So this one you're just gonna hold here in this position. So again, this is trying to stretch out your piriformis muscle, which is a muscle that runs from your hips to your knees and runs in this angle back here, and that could get okay, so let's put a little bit of pressure on that right knee. So just push down. And then let's hug it out, bring that knee up. Cool. I'm gonna respond to an email. I have some students that have hyphenated last names, and sometimes they're not consistent with it sometimes. And so yeah, so I just got an email asking if so and so has completed something because it looks like they haven't. But I think some days they go with the hyphenated name. The next day they use one of the last names. Another day they might use the other one. So tell these kids, I'm like, you guys have to be consistent. You're gonna be in a world of headache one day, if you keep doing this. Let's switch. Good morning, Doris. Oh, yeah, so this is one of my favorite stretches just because I feel like, stretching your piriformis and your hamstrings, and it does loosen up if you have, what's the word? Sciatic nerve issues. The sciatic nerve runs by the piriformis. So if you have a tight piriformis muscle, it could cause sciatic pain, which is going to cause pain on your lower back. Let's push down. Bring that up. So now we're holding it here. Just gonna check the chat real quick. Okay. Yeah, so if you have any issues with registration for classes, just send me an email. And if they have their ID number, their email and their phone name, I think with that information, I could get them enrolled in the class. So yeah, so if you could email me that information, that'd be great. So, all right, we're gonna continue. I think today we're just gonna do our chair and our standing stretches. So let's go ahead, kind of sit again near the edge, recline back. Oh, this chair is really far back. Recline back, bring your leg up here, close to your chest, and then just start extending that lower leg. Okay, we're gonna switch. Bring that left leg up. Right, let's go ahead and have your leg extended and just kick out and back. Then we'll switch legs. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna do some heel raises. So just here, just raising your heels off the ground. We're gonna do about 20 of those. Okay, and then I'm gonna move the camera to the floor. So from here, we're pretty much gonna do our ABCs. So just elevate your leg and then just trace the letters of the alphabet with your ankle. So we can work on range of motion here. Switch. Yeah. So just trace the letters of the alphabet, just working on that ankle mobility, make our ankles a little bit stronger so you don't twist them or sprain them easily. Okay, next we're just gonna claw at the floor. So we're here and we're just gonna bring our toes towards our heels, just clawing, working on strengthening our arches. Okay, and then if you have your golf ball, go ahead and bring that out. If you have a little sphere, so go ahead and bring that. I don't know where I just put mine. I misplaced the one I had. So anyways, if you have it, I'm just gonna use this water bottle because technically you could use it. So, but yeah, but if you have a golf ball, that would be the ideal item. You're just gonna put it under your leg and just kind of push down and roll out. And just roll out your arches. So again, so walk by a golf course. I'm sure you'll see, you'll find a little golf ball by the fence. If you look for one, I'm sure you'll find one. So yeah, we're just going back and forth. And then let's switch. Back and forth. All right, very good. All right, last thing we're gonna do on this chair, if you have socks, remove them because we're gonna use them as little tools right now. And if you don't have socks, if you could grab a little rag, that'd be awesome. Or a little plastic bag or something you could just grip. So what we're gonna do is just pick up our socks with our toes, drop them, separate them, grip, drop, again, separate, grip, drop. Just about two more. We'll switch. Drop. Oh, this one's a little weaker, so not as strong. Alrighty, let's put the socks back on and we're just gonna do some of our stand-up stretches. Then we're be on our way. I think these boys are getting here at 10 as well too from the creek. So yeah, so they're doing an ice bath on this natural creek about 2 miles from the cabin. So trying to recover their legs a little bit more. Move this out of here. All right, so I have my stick, I have my broom here. So this is what I'm gonna use as a tool for for the shoulder stretches, okay? So you guys have this already. If you have a pole or a broom, whatever type of long item, if you could grab that. But we're just gonna work on their shoulders, just here, left to right. All right, let's bring that left hand up. So now we're guiding our shoulder up. That left shoulder should be coming a little bit higher. Let's go 30 degrees forward. So 30 degrees forward. $60. $90. Right in front. Let's go behind the back. Let's go on that right shoulder now. It's 30 degrees. $60. 90, right in front of you. Yeah, in the back. All right, so now we're gonna have the broom behind our back. We're here and we're gonna go up and down, so up. And then let's just go back. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, put this off to the side. We're done with this. We're just gonna do a few more stretches and we'll be good for today. Could hear these boys being loud outside already. Okay, so let's go ahead and do trunk rotation. So we're just gonna gently just go left to right. Let's go ab circles. So ab circles, just keeping your back straight, pumping back. And big hula hoops. So big giant hip circles. So yeah, so if you get a chance, whenever you have time, explore module 1. I think there's some information on there. And then, like I said, we could talk about nutrition. I guess there's supplements, vitamins, how much exercise you should be doing outside of class or in general, so directions. So anything that has to do with health and wellness, physical activity, feel free to ask away. Let's go ahead and do our hamstring stretch. So slight bend at the knees. Okay, slight bend at the knees. And then bring your hands down your shins. And then bring your chest towards your knees. Deep breaths. And rise. Let's do our quad stretch, a little bit of balance work here. So grab right above your ankle and pull back. So remember the Monday class, which this week we'll have on Friday, will be a little bit more active. So for that one, yeah, prepare to get more of a sweat on, prepare to get your heart rate up. So that's typically on Mondays at 9, but this week, due to this, camp, which we have every year, yeah, will be this Friday. Switch. So again, you want to grab right above your ankle. You don't want to hold your foot and pull back because that could irritate tendons on your foot. And then our last one's going to be our deep squat. So feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and you're just going to drop your hips. Just drop them as low as you can. When I first started teaching, this was as low as I could, but now drop them. And once you're a little bit comfortable there, then let's just switch or shift left to right. And you can rise. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna end the recording. So that's our class for today, but any